Are you recording?
Podcasting is done, dude.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah.
What do you want to hear?
Just something that sounds like garbage.
I have more days where I'm hammered than I'm not.
Beer is like, it's like Needs Warrior.
Yeah.
And then I took a bunch of shrooms.
Dude.
It was awesome.
If Brendan and Scott all got along, they're probably gun us down by the end of the song. Woo! Seemed like the whole city go
against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear ya.
Garbage days. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Garbage Days, your favorite weekly podcast that you don't even know about yet. Your hosts for the evening go as follows. Weighing at 200,000 pounds, Brendan Sagaloo.
Brendan sucks.
And in this corner, weighing at, I'm assuming, 160 pounds.
Yeah, man, on point.
Scott Chaplin.
Dude, you should guess people's weight.
Was that on point?
Yeah, that was exactly on point. I'm like 160. Yeah.
160 is like my goal weight.
No shit. I don't think you'd want to be that man. Whose goal
Why?
is? Because for a man, that's kind of tiny, no?
Is that tiny for a man?
I mean, depending on your height. How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Ooh, no, okay. Yeah, maybe.
I've been so like bulky and amazing my whole life that like I want to like, maybe I'm too, maybe
Well, I think you got a set of guns under there. Every guy who was fairly heavy most of their life that lose weights has like at the very least pretty big arms.
I could get fucking big, dude.
Yeah, big calves and shit. Like I start. Okay, so I'm working out with Khalees now.
Nice.
But I'm just following what she's doing, and so it's like I'm gonna end up with a fucking Janet Jackson body after this. Like it's just I only feel it in my ass, and like 10 different parts of my ass. But it feels amazing too, which is crazy.
Yeah, Khalees comes out too. She's like, the next part of your workout is putting these little stars over your areolas.
Yeah. These are Playboy bunnies. You're gonna stick them to your waist and get a tan.
She's like, I'm gonna have you naked by the end of this workout. Dump. I can't believe that ruined Janet Jackson. Isn't that crazy?
What, the Super Bowl situation?
Yeah. I mean, not ruined. I can't speak for her. I know she listens to this podcast, so I don't want to like tell her that, it ruined her, but it feels like it did.
But where else was her career going to go? I mean, is she going to make a bunch of hits after that? I mean, was she making hits at that time? I don't think so.
She was playing the Super Bowl. Are you drinking a Yoo-Hoo?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, my God.
Snow day, dude.
You know what I fucking loved doing with Yoo-Hoo? And I'm sure this isn't really like, I'm sure this is a hack kind of thing, but I would blow into it and then I would let the Yoo-Hoo just, instead of sucking it out and using my suck muscles, I would just sit there and it would create a...
You let the Yoo-Hoo blow up in the back of your throat.
Well, it would create a pressure. It would create a pressure inside of the Yoo-Hoo. And
that happens?
Try it right now. Is that a full Yoo-Hoo? Is that a full Yoo-Hoo?
Fairly enough. And what am I supposed to do?
Blow into it.
Okay, and then what happens?
It'll come out the straw and you won't have to suck or anything. Right? There you go. And now, but you have to drink it now.
Mm-hmm. Hey, dude, what the hell?
It's like an IV drip.
Oh, geez. Yeah, just like it's like taking a giant shot of Yoo-Hoo.
Yeah, Yoo-Hoo is the fucking best. I love Yoo-Hoo. I love Nesquik too. Any kind of like.
Oh, I haven't had one in a long time, probably since I was a kid. But this is all I drank when I was a kid. Yoo-Hoo and High C.
Me and my friends used to eat the Yoo-Hoo, not the Yoo-Hoo, the Nesquik. Like sugar powder thing that they like, when you put it in milk or water.
Yeah. Oh, you just have that?
We would just bring it downstairs into his basement with a spoon and just eat it.
Just scoop it and eat it.
Yeah, fucking gross, dude.
Yeah, kids are so lame.
Oh God, dude, I used to take packets of sugar at like restaurant tables and just put the whole packet in my mouth. I wouldn't even open it up and empty it in my mouth. I would eat
I had plenty of friends like that. They always acted like they just did a crate, like they just lifted a car or something after they did a thing like that.
You think so?
Yeah, you guys. It's like
guys.
you branded yourself. Yeah, that's a type of person who just like chug sugar packets while everybody's just hanging out at the diner. And you're
That is
like,
the type of
you
person.
guys like stunts while you're sitting down at a table? No. And also, this isn't a stunt.
I didn't even look at it like a stunt. I just
Oh, you were
had
just
like,
quietly chilling, like
I would just eat it.
mindlessly, like loving it.
Yeah, it was
Oh, that's
basically like the
hilarious.
bread plate to me. I wasn't
Yeah.
like, check. I was a kid like that where I was like, check this out.
Yeah, because every kid I ever saw chug sugar, it was an event.
Yeah.
You know, gather.
Yeah, it was our attempt at all trying to be like Bam Margera. We're like,
Exactly.
What would Bam do right now? I was so obsessed with Bam Margera that I lied to my friends once. I said I was in a car with my mom and some kid pulled up next to us and went, "Is that Bam?" Like how much of a shitty lie is that? I'm cringing at even thinking about how I did that. And I immediately went to my friends and I went, "You won't believe what happened to me." And my friend called me out immediately. It was the most embarrassing thing in the world. He went, "That didn't happen." I went, "Dude, no, it happened because my mom kind of looks like April Margera, and me, I look like Bam, of course. I don't look anything like Bam. I have these tiny eyes."
Oh man, fuck.
So what'd you do this weekend, buddy? It's snowing. It's a beautiful snowy day here. And
Dude, it's snowing so
it
much.
looking
I'm
over
watching
there?
a bird. I'm watching a pigeon try to fly right now out this window,
Oh, that's
and the
sad.
wind is pushing him back, and he's just stuck in space.
Cool. It's just flying in place.
Damn, man. Yeah, it's tough out
Damn,
here.
that's awesome.
Now he landed by the window. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I don't know what it's like over there, but it's crazy over here.
Oh, it's terrible over here, dude. It's like
Real bad.
It's like a little snow globe. It's a winter wonderland.
Yeah, it makes me cozy though. That's
I
why.
know.
That's why I got the yoo-hoo yesterday.
I know. I wish I didn't have anything to do today.
Oh, you got shit to do. I got nothing.
I got fucking podcasts all day, dude.
Oh my
I guess not
gosh, why do
all
you do so
day.
many podcasts? And why does nobody ask me to do their fucking podcast?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm promoting an album too, so I asked a lot of people, and now I'm at kind of the tail end of it. So I'm doing Hannah Berner's podcast.
That burp sounded like your opinion on doing that podcast.
No, she's very nice, and I think I don't know her to able, or what is it? I don't know her to you don't know me to, what's that fucking phrase? You don't know me. Oh God,
you don't know me too.
Yeah, it's like you don't know me too, and then the name of somebody. I think it's Abel. Hey man, you don't know me to Abel. I think that's a phrase.
No.
Are you doing this on your phone right now?
Yeah, of course, dude. That's technology. You don't know me.
Come on. Did you put in Abel? Fuck, I can't do it because I'm recording us. So
I got it, dude. I'm the research boy.
Let me see. You don't know me to. You don't know me to Joseph or something like that. I'm just gonna type in. You don't know me to Abel. You don't know me to Abel.
That's sacrilegious, dude. That's that's taking the Bible and using it in like a way that isn't its intended purpose, right?
Yeah, and
like if I was like a cunt back in the day, and a guy said that, I would try to get him in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to get someone in trouble for anything?
Never, dude. I mean,
Really?
people have done terrible things, and I've never tried to get anybody in trouble. No.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, okay, all right, and I just step back. Do you have anyone in your life that legitimately could come to you and say, "I killed someone and I need help," and you would help them?
No. No.
What about Khalees?
No. I mean, there'd be some time. I would do that. I'd give it time. I think that's the most you get from me is time before I go to the police.
Yeah.
And there's some people who'd get a few days, maybe.
What? Okay. What if they explained what happened to you and it was completely not their fault? But they
go, great. You got a case. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What if they told you it was an accident? Oh, I'd bury the body with them. If it was an accident, yeah, I'd help them out.
Damn, dude. Wow.
Who? I mean, what? There's someone in your life that you would just
Well, not
Do
now.
murder with.
I was gonna say you, but no, just kidding.
Out of your mind.
There is someone who I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I think my buddy Jacob could come to me and be like, I fucking murdered someone. I need help burying the body. And I would help him. But now that you made such a good case to say, hell no and all that stuff, I think I agree with you. I think I'd be like,
No, some people are going to be listening and they're going to go, you're wrong. You need to have some people in your life that you do that for. My sister Christine is like that.
really?
Yeah, dude, where she thinks family is like this code. But it's because she fucks up all the time. It's only people who fuck up. They go, family's a code because otherwise no one would talk to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is an honor system and we are all best friends. And it's just so you get to have friends.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's one of those people.
People are so fucking weird with family shit. It's like it's really annoying. Like you talk to someone and they're like, yeah, my mom abuses me and my dad calls me a fucking fat whore pig and my brothers are gay and they all hate me and everything. And you just go, well, why don't you just stop talking to your family then? And they're like, well, no, family is everything. If you don't have family, you have nothing. No, those are just people that are stuck with you because of law, I guess, and because of social security numbers. They have nothing to do. This isn't Game of Thrones. This isn't like, this isn't a tribe. Okay.
Yes and no.
Here we go.
Just because the truth is if you can't figure out family,
then who can you figure
odds
out?
of figuring out your own family in the future,
yes.
Or which people go, that's not important. Okay, yeah, it's not until you're 45 and you start getting scared, and then you're 50 and it's extra scary, and then you're 60 and you're starting to get sick, and who's going to take you to the doctor, and then you literally have like 30 years of your life laying alone somewhere, and that's why you want a family.
That's
because
true.
Your life isn't your 20s and your 30s doing fucking spots.
So
time runs out, especially for comics. No, I'm talking in general,
You're
man.
Speaking just to me.
No, I'm not. I forget what I was saying.
Well, you were like, you need family to take care of you when you're older.
Well, yeah, but then also like you could find, dude, I mean, I have friends in my life that it's like, no, they would. I think they'd be there, but then there's chances that they start a family. Like you have to like, if you're going to rely solely on friends, you have to make a pact with those friends for them to not have families, because then they're not going to be able to look out for you either. So it's like a lot goes into it, but also you shouldn't just care about family as like insurance. Like, well, if I care now, that's like kind of like I believe in God just so I go to heaven. But you should just actively be like, man, I wonder if I could figure out relationships properly. And family is the perfect thing to do it on, because they are family, and so they're probably not going to abandon you like friends would if you fuck up a bunch.
Of course.
So they're like family's a guinea pig,
Yeah, a guinea pig of trust.
So yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Sips Yoo-hoo.
In parentheses, sips Yoo-hoo. Yeah, it's what I'm saying is like of course, if you can't trust your family, you can't trust your friends and all that shit, but like people put this fucking weird thing on family where they're just like, where it's like everybody acts like they're in a Fast and the Furious movie. You know what I mean? Like, we're a family.
Yeah, I agree completely. And that's one of the reasons I can't enjoy the Fast and the Furious movies.
I know.
Because I just don't get it. I go, what are you doing?
Yeah, first of all, green
you bonded over cars. You bonded over cars.
Green car with an orange flame? Ew.
Silly.
Ew. Tacky.
Yeah, dude.
So tacky.
That's some Hot Wheels shit. That should be a scene. Is that a scene in Fast and the Furious where they just talk about how much they like, where they walk into one of the guys' houses and he's like, oh, Hot Wheels. And he's like, yeah.
Me too. Yeah, I love Hot Wheels.
It's like, oh, that's what this all is. And it's like, yeah.
Basically. Fast and Furious is basically Hot Wheels, the movie.
Yeah.
And they were like, that's probably how it started. They were like, and the roads will be orange. And they're like, fuck that. What if we make the roads and they're drug dealers or something? There's like two directors trying to like make a movie with it.
And I wonder if they've based any of the fighting scenes off of Hot Wheels race kits.
I'm sure they have. I can't believe they haven't done a thing where they go into a loop-de-loop.
Or like fly over a volcano. It's coming. I think they're going to space. I'm not joking about that. I think they're going to space in the next one or the one after that.
That's insane, dude. This is
fun though.
It's so fun. I mean, the idea of it becoming like it's one of those movies that you're like, this became a weird franchise.
Yeah.
It's like if the Friday movies were
And
like Friday in space.
Yes, I know, and they're really good. It got wild. It got real crazy.
Chris Tucker's like, man, you gonna fly over that volcano, huh, Craig? How you gonna end up in space on your day off?
You used that quote last week too. You're
Did
a big
I?
Fridays fan. Yeah. I was never crazy about Fridays.
I can't believe that. You're a Fridays fan. I don't know. I guess it's like, that's just what
Friday
it reminds
boy.
me of, man. Just like the Fast and the Furious. Cat Williams being like, so we gonna go to space or what? Pimpin's been since pimpin's been since pimpin's been.
So dumb.
Oh man, yeah, that's funny. I would like to be in a Fast and the Furious movie.
Of
You know?
course. Yeah.
I'd like to be.
But
in
you're
any
just
movie.
like guy at a gas station with a Slurpee.
I'm
Like
cool with that.
You're guy who spills his Slurpee while watching. You know, in the beginning of Goonies when there's the car chase, but that's how they introduce each kid. And then the way they introduce Chunk is he's looking at the car chase and he pushes his milkshake against the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you in Fast and the Furious.
That's hilarious. You're not in.
But that's also all of
Friday,
us in
but-
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, of course, of course. That kid's fucking hot now, isn't he? He like lost a bunch of weight. And he's
Also, not a kid and brother, he's Bobby Kelly's lawyer.
what?
Or no, he's Bobby Kelly's manager or agent.
What?
He at least used to be for years. So unless he
his name?
fired him, text Bobby right now.
I'm not gonna text Bobby about this.
I mean, he's probably been harassed about this often, you know.
I will probably bring it up, but I'm not gonna fucking call Bobby over this shit.
But yeah, he's like a comedian agent or something.
What's
He's
his
got
name?
a few guys.
Oh my god, if you
Jeff
say
Cohen. Oh, he's an attorney. He's an American attorney, so maybe he's their attorney.
Jesus
But,
Christ, Your Honor, may I?
Yeah, and he looks good.
Wow, look at that
Yeah.
kid.
He steps to the judge, and they're like, and the judge is,
Here we
and
go.
he's like, "May I?" And he's like, "Got a truffle shuffle."
I am a lawyer. That was in thank you, Your Honor, but that was in the past. I am now a accomplished lawyer, and you know, I've gone to years and years of
Truffle shuffle.
He turns
Do you
to the
ever watch
jury.
it?
The whole
When's the last
jury's
time you
going
watched that movie?
truffle, shuffle, truffle.
When's the last time you watched that?
I don't know, like 15 years ago when I liked it.
Oh, dude, he's not fat. It's crazy. You rewatch it, and he lifts his
No.
shirt, and there's like 3 like little curves in his belly.
He's fat
Not
for a
fat.
kid. He's
fat for a kid in the 80s.
Yeah, he's a fat kid. Like
I
that's
don't
not
know,
healthy.
man.
That's not a healthy
Yeah,
kid.
but most kids, I don't know if you've seen like 12, 13-year-olds. Nowadays, 12 and 13-year-olds
I've seen
are
12,
all fat.
13-year-olds.
They get thin. Like by the time they're 14, they'll be thin. But 12 and 13, they all
Okay.
got fat cheeks. They say, what is it, like baby fat or whatever?
Yeah.
But it's like hormonal though, right?
I
It's
still
like
have
you eat
my
like
baby
shit,
fat.
and you used to be able to because you were 7.
Well, it all comes from as a fat kid / person myself.
You were fat when you were a kid.
I was a chubby kid. I was like
Okay.
fucking, you know, I wasn't though. Like you look back and I'm like, oh, but like I always felt kind of heavy. I always felt like this.
Yeah, but
Like-
dude, I feel heavy all the time. You know, like I think people feel kind of heavy.
I wonder what that is.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe we just need to not eat. You know that feeling?
Because all we eat is shit, dude. I don't know how to eat healthy. It's crazy. I see people that are healthy. I go, where? How? How you find it? You got a garden?
Yeah, I'm so sick of eating like.
Even
shit,
you go
dude.
see healthy food at the store, and it's not even they go like, oh, advertisers aren't making you focus on vegetables, and that's why you're buying fast food. But it's like, no, vegetables are fucking inconvenient. You go to the store and you go to buy vegetables, and it's like, oh, when's the expiration date? 3 hours from now. You gotta fucking
Yeah.
rush home and eat your vegetables. It's like the most inconvenient shit in the world. I can buy, crap food and leave it in there for 3 weeks,
Yeah,
and
of
it still tastes
course.
good.
Of course, I have to. Yeah, you go to the fucking grocery store and you have to
Every
buy-
time I buy vegetables, I throw them out 3 days later.
I have to eat a whole bushel of bananas in one sitting, like I'm fucking
Yeah.
Diddy Kong.
Exactly. Come on.
Come on. When you can just buy a cheeseburger, they had that like fucking they had that advertisement online to like stop eating McDonald's and Burger King, and they were like, look at this burger. It's been around for like a year and it's still in tip-top shape. And I'm like, that's just the sign of a good product.
Yeah, my
like,
kind of
what the fuck are you
burger.
talking about?
I can pass out and forget about it and wake
for a
up
year,
and it won't make me sick. I can go to sleep for 4 hours.
Yeah,
in my jeans and sneakers and wake up and it's still. I had McDonald's yesterday. I forgot about the fries. I walked out 6 hours later, just grabbed them, put them in my mouth. Delicious.
The worst part about it is what? They're cold. Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't care.
So what? What if
dude.
you eat it? It rips the lining of your stomach and causes some sort of cancer. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
if that's the way I'm going out, so be
Because
it.
guess what? We're going to McDonald's heaven, and that's what people don't talk about. It's like the kid pen. It's like the kid pen that we weren't allowed in after we turned 10, but now we're back allowed in it because we ate McDonald's our whole lives.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna be in that big ball pit in the sky,
the big arch.
Yeah, fucking. I want to be greeted at the gates by Grimace. Yeah, or you could go to McDonald's hell, where the devil is actually the burglar.
The cheeseburglers get framed in the ass by Satan. So biblical. McDonald's is biblical.
Funny. Yeah, dude.
Oh man,
you have a good weekend? What'd you do this weekend?
I think I did. Yeah, man. Don't remember. Just worked out. I think. Like we just finally started. I always say like, oh, I work out, and then she pushed me this weekend, and I was like, oh, I've never worked out before. Never.
Dude, yes. Never. Yes.
You do it with another person. You're like, oh, god damn.
With someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. And it's also like, because you're like, yeah, I work out. You guys are walking to wherever you're working out. You're like, I think I'm going to work on my arms today, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, and then you guys do the same workout. And you're like, I almost fucking passed out and threw up once when someone was like working out with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I guess I've not been doing anything. Maybe I'll go for a run in the snow, like fucking Rocky.
Dude, I'd be mad. You'd sink in this shit. How much are you supposed to get? It's like windy here too.
Dude,
we're supposed to get like 18 inches or some shit.
It's still going. It's been going all fucking night, dude.
And I got to work tomorrow, so I got to fucking wake up probably 4 a.m. and shovel myself out.
You're working right now, buddy. I mean,
my God, you're true.
We're not getting paid, but you're working. We're working.
You're right.
This is work.
You're true, I said.
You're true. Y'all for true.
Hey, you know what I was thinking about? Okay. So, what kind of field trips did you go on in school?
We went to Washington D.C. Right?
Wow, that's a field trip, dude.
Everybody went to Washington D.C. What are you talking about?
Nope, never.
You didn't go on the D.C. trip. Everybody called it the D.C. trip.
No.
Wow.
Maybe really smart kids. Maybe I remember my school doing a lot of that.
Yeah, you're right. Very smart kids.
Segregated field trips where all of a sudden be a bunch of dumb kids in class looking at each other, and like, well, everyone else is, I guess, in DC. Yeah, kids got to go to like fucking space.
yeah, exactly. And you guys go to the mall.
yeah.
Dude,
okay, so you went to DC.
Trip, the DC trip was fucking fun, man. It was 3 days. It was a weekend. That's where I bought Dude Ranch, the Blink-182 album. And like Enema of the State, and I just fucking jammed out to those all weekend. It was awesome.
Yeah, while staring at like government buildings.
Yeah. I'm looking at the Washington Monument. It's like, didn't mean to deceive you, believe me.
Just driving by. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. What? It was
George Washington. You don't know who's there.
Yeah, I don't know
who's in there.
I don't even know what it is. I'm just like, wait a minute. Politics? Ugh. I'm 13.
Politics.
Yeah. Blah.
Write that down. Dude, should I write that down?
No, I'm writing it on the back of a school bus.
Yeah.
In
Politics.
Politics, more like it.
I'm trying to think. We definitely went to Liberty Science Center, which is a big thing in like Jersey. It's right by the Statue of Liberty. And you touch like a ball and your hair jumps in the air.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we went to like the museum of fucking the moving picture or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit like that. And then Sterling Hill Mining Museum we'd go to, and you just go in a mine, and and they go look at all the rocks. But it was like a real active mine in the past.
Whoa,
Go
cool.
look. Yeah.
Did you go to the Holocaust Museum or whatever?
No, never once. That's in DC, right?
Yeah, I think so. This is probably all one trip. I think I went to DC once and then dude, my teachers had to talk to me on that trip because I was how fucking bullshit is this, dude? I was I was at the zoo. We all went to the Washington Zoo and this rhino came out and he had a full on rager, dude. He had like a
Oh yeah.
fucking he had his dick was out, it was like pushing through his rhino skin and then you just saw the
The red.
penis, the red
Yeah.
penis. And I was talking to my buddy Chris, and we had those little cameras with like,
Yeah. Yep.
and I just took a picture of it, and we're kids, so Chris goes, I would still
it's
do
fun.
that. I would do that today, and then I'd post it.
I have. I went to a petting zoo once, and this goat's pussy was like, I don't even know the word for it, fluctuating. It was just
breathing.
It was acting crazy. Yeah. And like dripping. So I took a video of
Ew.
it and sent it to my friends, said like thinking of you or something,
This
is what we do.
Dripping wet goat pussy.
Yeah. Everywhere we go is kind of a field trip. If you're like immature enough, just everything is a field trip. You're just walking around like, gay, hey, touch that, and run. Let's go. Like you're just at the grocery store knocking shit over.
Yeah,
Fuck it, man.
Every chore is a fucking field trip if you are immature enough. So I'm at the zoo and I take a picture of this rhino's boner, and my buddy Chris goes, "What are you taking a picture of the rhino's dick?" And I go, "Yeah, dude, I'm gonna jerk off to it later." Ha 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 ha. And my teacher behind me, Mr. Z, I forgot his full name, but it was Mr. Z.
Yeah, a lot of dude. I don't know any Z's. Like friends with Z's, but teachers. They're
Xander,
all Z's.
Mr. Xander or something.
Zelensky. That's one. Okay.
Zelensky. Yeah. It was Celino and Barnes. And so like I said that, and then he goes, Brendan, like he's right behind me. He goes, Brendan, and I go, but it's like, why even bring that up to me that you heard it? You know what I mean? Like, that's obviously not for you. We're not in class, right? So then I do that and I go, sorry, Mr. Z. And, we're walking. And then after we get out of that exhibit, he goes, Brendan, can I talk to you for a second? And I go, yeah, what's up, man? And he's like, so you said you were going to like masturbate to that photo of the rhino's penis. And I was like, yeah, I was joking. And he's like, oh, okay, good. And I was like, what? I was like, what?
Nah, dude, that's him trying to talk to you.
That's fucking
like,
weird.
Brendan, did you take a picture of a rhino's penis? Yeah. I'm going to need to confiscate the camera.
The whole camera?
Yeah. And it's just him. He's got a rhino thing. He wanted to talk to you about some stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So
weird. You're like into that or no?
Brendan,
me neither.
Else?
Me neither.
Okay.
Do you have any other photos of animal things, crotches maybe?
You've been doing that like the whole trip? You get the giraffes about three. How good of the photo was the giraffe one? Because I was in a weird spot and I really couldn't get a. You got detention. You're gonna have to have at least a detention.
I had a weird angle of the giraffe pussy, but thought maybe you'd get a good one. What a fucking weirdo!
Damn.
Yeah, I still remember that to this day. I'm like, what the fuck? I remember being like, what a weird conversation. I went right up to my buddy Chris and I was like, dude, Mr. Z just fucking asked me about the fucking rhino dick. What the fuck?
Dude, I might have said this before, but I went on a field trip once where it was some sad, you walk around, every room is like a different type of sad thing that happened in history,
Yeah.
And they go, don't do this. How the fuck am I gonna do that? How am I gonna aspire to that? Like anyone from here, I don't know. I guess they do have to tell you the stories, but when you're a kid, when everybody's a kid and they're going, and so don't be like Hitler, it's like, yeah, of course not. That's such a crazy idea. But then it does happen eventually. Like someone does build up to that, which is amazing because they're all just a kid being like, yeah, impossible. Who'd want to do that?
Yeah.
But we went on a field trip where it was a survivor of the Cambodian genocide, and the killing fields, and a survivor of the Rwandan genocide gave speeches to us, right, at like different podiums.
Wow.
And it was like an hour long. They were telling their stories. Dude, like 10 minutes in, they just start trying to top each other. Like they clearly have a fucking issue. They don't respect each other's genocide, and they're just like I'm not lying, trying to outdo the sadness. Like
I'm Mr. Heat Miser.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
Mr. Sun.
Yeah, dude.
Just...
It was insane. Like I remember the Rwandan guy was talking about like his friend's hands getting cut off, and maybe his mother being killed in front of him.
Yeah.
And then the Cambodian guy like cut him off immediately and was like, "My father's head." Like, dude, they were just like, and then the Cambodian guy, he was somehow I guess I never saw the movie The Killing Fields. It's about the Cambodian genocide, like super famous movie or something.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
He starts like he takes out the DVD and he was talking. It's like he's like new special edition. Dude, it was insane. I'm sorry for using that voice, but that's what it sounded like. It was crazy.
That's so funny to picture them just like on the same stage being like, my father's hands were cut off when he tried to escape. And the other guy's like, hands, huh? Hands, yeah. Hands, you need hands, yeah. My mother's legs were cut off.
Yeah, that's what it was like. It was, and we're all just watching it. We're just like, all right, who do we got on this? It became like the horse races or something.
So, children, thank you for being at our 6-hour orientation on who's worse. Now you get to decide.
Yeah.
You're the vote.
You're the vote. I love that.
Yeah.
Clock
It's
in.
so funny when you like it's like they really are like trying to teach children to not be like Hitler, you know?
Oh yeah, and I remember I got in trouble at that field trip because when we pulled up on the bus and the door opened, like the people were waiting for us, and I remember I stuck my head out the window, and I said, "We're here for the genocide." Yeah,
that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and I got yelled at for that. Yeah,
nothing funnier than kids, man. Like,
yeah, dude, kids rule. Dude, we're here for the genocide.
Right, we're here for the genocide
because that's what we were there for. It was fun, man.
So fucking
kids
funny.
Rule, and it's funnier because as a kid you don't know your brain could do these things. Like you're genuinely shocking yourself, and for the most part, if you're funny as a kid, you're like failing everywhere else.
Yeah.
So it's like you're genuinely impressing yourself constantly.
Yeah. You and
people
like,
really think it's like for them, like, oh, he's trying to impress us, but it's like, no, man, I'm out here being miserable because I don't know numbers. Like numbers scare me. Science is insane to me, and now science is becoming numbers. Like my world is falling apart, and then I say a funny thing, and I go, "Woo, I got that." That felt like felt like solving a problem.
Yes, and it feels good. You feel like
dude,
you're like,
you feel like you finished a painting or something.
You just
and
feel like,
but all you did was make a fart noise at the right at the right time. Though
we're here for the genocide.
Yeah.
It's like you really feel like there's a rush to it. Like there's not even a rush on stage anymore. I mean, there is like a different rush where you're like, whoa,
of course,
you know, but like there's not like that. Like, remember the early days of just saying something funny in class and everybody laughing, and you're like,
oh, dude,
I found my currency.
Matilda. It's Matilda when she's throwing like the carrots around the room or whatever she's doing, the spoons.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you saying,
but we're just
that's
going,
gay.
Come.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gay. What other field trips
around
did
the
you
room.
go on? Because I feel like we've done different field trips. Maybe my school was wealthier than your school.
You went to public school though, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
Dude, we went to that mining museum often.
Often.
How
many times can you go to a mining museum?
And then every other field trip was just we'd go see a play. It would be something that could have came to us.
Yeah.
You know, I remember seeing the Nutcracker.
Cool.
Yeah.
You went to like into New York City?
No, it's like in Montclair, New Jersey.
Now the Montclair, New Jersey thespians.
And then and then in high school I was in select choir, and then that specific crew got to go to the city and we sang at like some place. Oh, and then grade school, we sang at like one of these theaters in the city. And then tenor, and then in grade school we went to Carnegie Hall and we got to play the recorders at Carnegie Hall.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You stood on the stage?
No. It was like a thing for
Side stage.
kids and schools or whatever.
Oh.
You know, everybody bring your recorder, and then it was like there were certain songs that we practiced at school that then the orchestra would play, and we would
Yeah.
all stand in our seats at Carnegie Hall and play along with them.
I love picturing like John Williams having to like make a deal because he fucking lost on a bet at the races, and he's like, all right, so let the kids play one song with us. He's like playing all these like huge fucking things, these masterpieces, and then he's like, now here is Three Blind Mice.
Yeah. I thought it was very sweet, but yeah, that is the songs we knew. Three Blind Mice. The big one though was the Celine Dion Titanic song.
You knew how to play that?
Yeah, that had like just come out in grade school, and
how does that go again?
Do, 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 do,
oh yeah, we knew how to play that too.
That shit is fire.
Yeah, nothing funnier.
You pull out. You go, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's something you pull out like when you're older. You go, wow, I didn't know I still had it in me.
Yeah.
Kids are like, what the fuck was that?
What is this relic of an instrument that looks like it was made from from nothing?
Nobody act like that. Just did that. Just keep doing whatever we're doing. Let him have that moment.
Yeah, the clarinet is the queefiest instrument I've I'm not talking about like Kenny G's clarinet where it's this like giant fucking thing with all these knobs and everything. Like the kid clarinet, the black and white fucking thing where it's like
yeah,
is the fucking queefiest instrument I've ever seen in my life.
I remember my sister got a Pocahontas one, Pocahontas recorder when she was a kid, and it was like made to look like it wasn't even wood. It was just made to look like old wood, Yeah. I guess she played like a stick in the movie or something.
Yeah, something like that. And it's like it's painted to look like a stick, but it's made of fucking plastic or whatever.
Whatever they're all made of. Something from Home Depot.
There is nothing funnier to me. Yeah, there's nothing funnier than me than someone doing a bad clarinet playing.
Oh, dude, have you ever heard the like the Jurassic Park scene? But then instead of the Jurassic Park theme, they'll put a recorder over it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Like it going out of tune every once in a while is nothing beats that for me.
The WB intro or something.
Oh,
they do that or
the
Fox, whatever the hell. I just pulled my recorder out on that one.
Dude, that was good, man.
Not bad, right?
I can do a solid recorder impression myself, I think. I mean, you don't need to compliment me, but I'm confident enough to know that I can do it.
Did you do the like Dogecoin thing?
No. Did you?
Well, no, of course not. I don't understand that. But
I'm too slow. I'm like, everybody's like, buy stock in AMC, and I'm like, what? When? And they're like, too late.
Yeah, it's way
like
way
why?
Too much
why? What's going on? You missed it. You missed the boat.
Yeah, a lot. I wouldn't know what to do. Khalees put in Dogecoin like a month ago, so it was fun for her. I don't know what's going on with it now.
Dogecoin.
Yeah,
Doja Cat means too. Somebody.
Yeah, but I think it's spelled differently. But regardless, I don't get it. This is all I know is that any man could be on Wall Street now from his phone.
Yeah.
And because of that, we're learning things and we're able to manipulate the system the way those guys do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And there's it feels like there's something wrong with this, like legally or morally, but there's not. I don't know. It's like you feel like, because it was such a big story that you're like, whoa, like these Reddit terrorists, but it's like, no, they're just doing what those guys were doing.
Yeah, I think they've literally done nothing wrong. You know what it is? It's like it's happened with everything. I think it's just what the internet is going to do for every single career or like aspiration or job. So it was first with music, I think, kind of, right? Like where back in the day it was record labels and shit, and then all of a sudden it's just you could make a song and become a person from the internet. Justin Bieber was found on YouTube, right? And then it's kind of like comedy where anyone can make a meme. Anybody could post a fucking face forward video saying a funny thing, commenting on a thing. Anybody could tweet. Now, all of a sudden, anybody could be a comedian.
Yeah.
And now it's like anybody could be on the stock market. And it's just going to be everything. And that's what the internet does. And eventually we're all just going to have a say in all of it. And when they go into space, we're going to be sitting there going, no, that button, you idiot. Because we're all going to know it. We're all going to have it figured out. It's crazy.
And then a Fast and the Furious car is going to go.
Yeah, we're all going to be in our Fast and the Furious cars.
In space.
Wrong way.
Yeah, mine's blue and gray. Another ugly color. Those cars sucked in those movies. They're so gross.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't like them. When I see them driving around, I'm never interested. Also, you ever sit in a low car? You never felt like more of a bitch, and it hurts your ass. These guys are walking around with sore asses all day. Their knees suck.
Liking cars is the biggest bitch move that you can do. Just like being in love with your car.
Well, what about fixing them, though?
Yeah, it's okay.
I think like a guy who loves cleaning his car all the time, that's a little weird, and that just feels like sneakers at this point.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, that's your sneakers. This is sad. This is sadder than anything. But a guy who like, I like to put a new engine in my shit. I think that's kind of cool. I don't respect a guy who pays a guy, every couple months I save up money and pay a guy to do stuff to my car. That's kind of corny. But a guy who actually builds his own shit, that's cool.
That is cool, but like
build your own birdhouses, I think that's cool. So if it's your car, respect.
Kind of like that is kind of cool to an extent, but just I don't know, just like liking cars and stuff. Like if you put a fucking like wind thing on the back of your car, those what are those called? The all the Fast and the Furious cars have them. The fucking
Nas or whatever.
That's that. No,
you're talking about that little. What is that? Yeah, the little. Yeah. I know what you mean. Little thing on the back of
what
a
is
car.
That thing called?
I hate those things.
That's
They're awful
thing. Like, what are you, a little bitch?
Yeah, that's very silly.
That's so like.
Okay, but what about a guy who's got like a car from the 60s or something in the 50s,
cool,
and he likes to maintain it?
That's cool, but also still lame as fuck. And that's coming from a guy who has a car tattooed on him.
But dude, how old are cars? Like 100 years old?
That's true.
I mean, there's still. So if a car is 100 years old, right? And those the first 20 years of cars, it was like hard to get them and they were a little difficult and weird, right? Mm-hmm. And then they became like these sportsy, cool, crafty things. What the fuck is cooler than a car? It's like having a spaceship. It's like having your own plane. It's crazy. Hey, I got a car and it looks awesome and it drives fast. It's like, this is what do you have everything.
Like a mini
you have
spaceship.
All the things. It's like having a mansion, dude. It's so new. Even in the 50s and the 60s, like cars are awesome. They're so fucking cool. So I get that. I get someone being hyped about it because even now it's like, what's technically cooler than what a car does? Nothing. A spaceship and a boat.
I guess so. But anybody who's like super into cars, like these dudes who travel with all their cars, you know what I mean? Where they're like, come on, let's go to the parking lot and open our trunks.
Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's a cute little hang though. But that's because also they used to do that shit. That was like I don't even know what you could compare it to. It is embarrassing. That would be like if us at 50, like go hang out at skateboards somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Dumb. Like we go hang out at a skate park.
Very silly.
Put all of our skateboards on the ground with the grip tape on towards the ground, and we're just looking at decks, going like, "Whoa, cool."
Okay,
cool.
or is it like if we're 80 and we all meet up to play Call of Duty?
That would be lame as well.
It is? Shit, I think that'd be adorable.
I will say
that's what nursing homes are going to be. Nursing homes are just going to be everybody playing video games.
Nursing homes are going to be cool. I mean, it's going to be hard because we're all going to have arthritis and shit.
Yeah, your thumbs are going to be cut off.
That is probably the only thing that's going to come from our generation that's going to be fucking awesome, which is just our nursing homes are going to be bumping. Dude, we're going to have fucking Flo Rida come and do like, guest appearances and stuff. All these fucking
badass.
All these fucking Jamaican nurses being like, Mr. Sagalo, please come to the lobby area.
But the truth is, it's not.
TI here.
I just realized what's actually going to happen because nursing homes fucking suck because it's not the old people deciding what the aesthetic is. It's the young people who work there deciding it. And so they just base it off of what they assume we liked. And so what our nursing homes are going to be is not us fucking partying, having fun. It's going to be them playing Who Let the Dogs Out over the loudspeaker.
Yes.
Going, you love this.
And
here's a gigapet, and we're gonna be like, no, bitch, no.
Yeah.
PS5, and they're gonna be like, gigapet, you were born in the 90s. No, but I get all the stuff. What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
it's
and
gonna
then they're
suck,
gonna go
dude.
quiet, and they're gonna hit us. And
Dude,
then
you go to
fuck
nursing
us.
homes now. It's all like Lucille Ball is like, I Love Lucy is on the television and stuff, and it's like, dude, these people, at the very least, watched like Married with Children.
Oh God, what a sad.
You don't have to treat them like they're 150.
Yeah,
they're 70. There's a big difference.
I hate the way people treat old people, like the way people talk to them like they're little kids. You know what I
mean?
mean?
Oh yeah, you said your sister does that.
My sister does that. Hi, Grandpa. How are you? And my grandpa's like, I've seen dead bodies.
Yeah,
I've seen fire. Like he was
I've
detective
no
in the burn
in my life.
Fucking unit.
I have no actual old people in my life. Like to talk, like all my grandparents died super young.
Besides who you're dating.
This fucking guy. That was great. But there's no like actual. I mean, I guess my mother is in her mid-60s. You go, that's old enough. Maybe that's the new old, right? Maybe I'm just wrong.
I guess.
But I have no 80-year-olds in my life, no 90-year-olds. If I had them in my life, I'd be interviewing the fuck out of them trying to learn shit.
Yeah. Maybe I should.
Yeah, dude, you should be hanging out. You should have your grandpa on the podcast.
I'll definitely
look at you.
I never want to do that. I don't know. I don't
No,
like
I would never
family
disrespect
members.
him. You just like, what's his story?
Not.
Did he ever fight in a war? Did he fight in a war?
No, he was a detective for the burn unit, like the arson. He was an arson detective.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Shit like that. And his last name was Burns, it's fucking cool.
Wow, yeah, that's a little
Burns
movie.
Of the arson unit.
Yeah, of the arson unit.
That's something where if you saw that in a movie, you would go, "Come on!" You go, "That's so on the fucking nose."
Yeah, but from his time, it's exactly what the movie would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Detective Burns in the arson unit.
Yeah. You know,
solving crimes,
smoking cigarettes,
all arson related.
A lot of narration. You know, I shouldn't be smoking these cigarettes with the life I see.
A lot of shadows.
But when she entered my life, yeah, tons of shadows. A lot of doors with glass and then stencil writing on the door.
Big doors,
huge doors.
So how old is he? He's 90. You said, right?
Yeah, he's 91.
That's insane, dude. That's a turtle. That's a fucking turtle.
Yeah. Younger than a turtle. Some turtles are older than him, believe it or not.
My genetics don't do that, man. My genetics are all like 75 tops. I think 74.
I have good genes.
I think great grandma 99, like one of them.
Wow, that's huge. 99?
Yeah, but then I go, is that like what is that?
Mm-hmm.
What was her circumstance that made that possible? She must have avoided a type of food that it's too late for me. I had that. Yeah. You know, I remember her being very tiny, like the tiniest.
I always love when they're talking about like these old people who are like, she lived to 99 and she never stopped smoking a day of her life. Like it's like yeah, but then there's also a million people who smoked and died at like 42 on these fucking like these fucking fake lungs and everything, and they're like, but she lived to 99.
Yeah, and they also don't mention how that 99-year-old woman is miserable, and even though she might not show it because it's like, she's just sassy and fun. It's like, she's an absolute grouch bitch.
Yeah.
Cigarette smoking is somehow definitely related to it.
Well, how about that woman that was in the news a couple of months ago where it was like she survived cancer twice and then got COVID and survived that, and it's like, talk to that woman for a second. She's like, God has it out for me. Please. I can't be on this terrestrial plane anymore. All right, everybody. That was the podcast. Please keep listening. Please tell your friends. I mean, this is getting ridiculous here, you know?
This is crazy. This
happening? Is crazy. We're one of the best podcasts that you don't know about yet. So fucking
in the country. Well, you guys know. Thanks for knowing.
You guys know. Leave us a review if you can. It helps. We don't really read them because it hurts.
I read them.
I don't. It hurts my ego, you know.
How?
Even when they're saying nice things. I know they're saying nice things.
Crazy.
I don't know. I don't know. I try to ignore everything and just live my fucking life, you know.
He's lying.
I'm lying. So keep following us. Buy my album.
Buy Brendan's album.
Not now more than ever. And if you don't want to buy it, if you don't have, or there's some people that are like, I don't want the fat cats at the label to get half of your shit. How do I do this? And I go, all right, well,
that's genius, man.
Yeah. So I go, if you listen to it on Spotify or like Apple Play or whatever, or Google Play, any place where it's like streaming and you pay for the streaming service, you can just Venmo me money. And Venmo me whatever you want. I'm like the MoMA. I'm like MoMA. Just whatever you can pay. It is $10 on iTunes, but whatever you could pay as you come. You know what I mean?
And you come a lot listening to this album.
Yeah, hell yeah. Anything you want to plug, buddy?
No, man. I think I got a show in like 2 weeks this coming Saturday.
Sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen to our other podcasts. Here's the Scenario just went fucking live. So if you
guys,
we launched it. So if you don't want to Larry. So if you don't want to that's my Rip Torn impression. It's pretty good, isn't it?
This is the longest plugs we've ever done,
Larry.
Which I don't even care about because every podcast I've ever heard has like 4 different segments of plugs.
I know, but we got to do it. So
I agree.
So listen to Here's the Scenario as well as and
Scott_Chaplin on all the things and Total F and Marks, my other podcast. We have a Patreon. We just reviewed the Royal Rumble. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
there you go.
Yeah. God bless the world. God bless the people. Let's enjoy this snow day. And hey, if there ain't snow by you, shake a globe and
kill yourself.
Let's get to it. Adios, hermanos.
Oh God, what's happening? Bye-bye.